So what will be the area vector in this situation? Area vector has to be perpendicular to the given area plane, planar area. So the axis points along the positive y direction. So these are the certain key points that you have to keep in mind. Direction of electric field, area in which it is placed, the plane in which there is the area vector and the electric field vector, it becomes 0 degree, that is they are parallel to each other, and cos 90 degrees 0. So in this situation, the flux comes out to be the 0 degree. So what we will not add them, we are going to get the net flux coming out to be the 0. That is what we are. Next, we have the problem solving strategies. Let us see how we can solve the problems involving the flux. So wherever flux will be asked. So let us see what is the first situation. A constant electric field of magnitude E naught. Here it is given as E naught. This is an arbitrary value, no fixed value magnitude is given. So we have to deal with only the value as E naught. Points in the direction of the positive z axis. So what is our first strategy is to look at the figure very carefully, and we have to find the electric flux. We have to find the electric flux. That means in order to know the electric flux, we must know the direction of electric field and the direction of the area vector. This is the two important key points. We have to keep in mind electric field. So according to our figure, here the electric field is E naught and its direction is along the positive z axis. So this is to be fixed, taken to be as a fixed. That is our first strategy. Next, we have an area, rectangle of sides A and B, which is lying in the xy plane. So our first situation is for the xy plane. So here what we are finding, so this area element AB is lying in the xy plane. So what we are noticing, area is lying in the xy plane. This is again important key point. Area is lying in the xy plane, and if we will draw area vector that is perpendicular to this given xy plane, the area vector will be pointing along the, this time it will be pointing along the z axis. This is along the z axis. So here what we are noticing, this is the area vector and this is the electric field vector, that is angle between the area vector and the electric field vector, it becomes 0 degree, that is they are parallel to each other. Two things again you have to keep in mind. Here electric field is along z axis, area is along the xy plane, and area vector is along the z axis, so angle becomes 0 degree. So now in solving, so again we have to apply the definition of the flux. So on applying the definition of the flux, what we will get, the flux is E naught dA. So here if we will solve it, flux becomes E naught dot product of area vector and dot product, this time it will open, we will get E naught A of cos 0 degree. And we know that the value of cos 0 degree is 1. So it becomes E naught. What is the area? Area is the A into B, that is length into breadth. So this is the value of the flux that we will get for the plane which is lying in the xy plane. So this is the given area, it is lying in the xy plane. So this one will be the flux associated for the first answer, that is when the area lies in the xy plane. Now let us see for the second situation. That is when the area lies in the xz plane. Let us depict the situation. For that we have to assume this is the area which is lying in this xz plane. So this one will be the area which is lying in the xz plane. So for this area element also, the electric field is pointing along the z axis. So for the second situation, now let us see for the second situation also what we are having. The electric field vector is pointing along the z axis. This time the area we have taken along the xz plane. Keeping this in mind, here they have said that the rectangle is lying in the xz plane. So here it is lying in the xz plane. So what will be the area vector in this situation? Area vector has to be perpendicular to the given area plane, planar area. So the axis perpendicular to xz plane will become out to be the y-axis. So this time area vector will be pointing along the y-axis, and this is the electric field vector. So here what we are noticing, electric field is along z-axis, area vector is along y-axis. Again the angle between them, electric field and area vector, we have to find it out. That is the third strategy in solving. First, we have looked for the direction of electric field vector. We have checked the direction of area vector. Now we have to go for the angle between them, and this time angle between them comes out to be the 90 degree. So if we will put in the equation, flux equation, that is E dot of area vector, this is, and if we will open up, we will get EA cos 90 degree, and cos 90 degree is 0. So in this situation, the flux comes out to be the 0 degree. So what we will notice is for the second type of the situation, here the direction of area vector is either along positive y-axis or towards the negative y-axis. So here, if we have taken this is as the area vector, this is the area. So its area vector can, if we are dealing towards the right hand side, it will be the positive y-axis, and if we are dealing towards the left hand side, it will become minus y-axis. So both directions are possible. This is for the open planar area surface. I have told you two possible directions the area vector can point. So in either of the cases, the angle comes out to be the 90 degree. Therefore, the scalar product of electric field with area vector comes out to be the 0 degree, 0 giving us the 0 flux. So what is the significance of such type of questions? The relative directions of electric field and area can cause the flux through the area to be the 0. So it is not, the value of the flux is not always fixed. See here, the value of electric field is fixed, the value of area is fixed, but the value of flux depends on the relative orientation of area with respect to the electric field. In different orientations, the flux associated will be varying depending on the angle at which the area is being kept with respect to the electric. Now let us see another question. Here in this question, we are having a uniform electric field of magnitude 10 Newton per Coulomb is directed along YZ plane. So here the direction already is fixed. This time not a particular axis, but this time the electric field is pointing in this YZ plane. It is in the YZ plane at 30 degree above the XY plane. So here, so it is making an angle of 30 degree. Now the plane is lying in the, here the plane is lying in the ZX plane. Here the plane is in the ZX plane. What is the electric flux through a plane surface of area? Area, particular magnitude is given this time. Particular magnitude of the electric field is also given in this time. Previous question it was not there. And they are located in the XZ plane. So this time what we have to look for? Direction of electric field which is along the YZ plane. And this time we have to look for the area is kept in the XZ plane. So what we are having, its area vector will be pointing XZ plane. So area vector will be pointing along the y-axis. Area vector will be pointing along the normal vector. It will be pointing, and when points along the positive y direction. So these are the certain three key points that you have to keep in mind. Direction of electric field, area in which it is placed, the plane in which the area is placed, and its corresponding area vector. Now it will be easier for you to find the angle, as the angle given is, that is between electric field and normal vector, it is already given as 30 degree. So now the only thing we have to put in the flux, that is flux comes out to be the again E dot A, that is equals to the E dot A product. This time the entire surface area element is divided into small area elements. So we have to calculate for a smaller, that is d phi is equals to the E dot dA. That is what we have to keep it. And if we keep on integrating the entire flux for the smaller area elements, we are going to get, so which formula we will be using? Using the surface integral of E dot normal vector and area, that is dA. That is for a smaller area element, first we will compute, then for second, for third, like that number of area elements will be there. So we will compute the individual fluxes and then we will sum up. So they are nothing, but this time what we have having that the magnitude of electric field and the area vector, they are fixed. This time what we are having, the magnitude. So now the angle between the electric field and normal vector is 30 degree. Therefore again using the open surface equation, what we will get, the flux is equals to the integration of E dot and dA. So that is EA cos theta. Now the only thing is left is to put the magnitude. This part I have already explained. So now putting the magnitude of electric field is 10. Putting the magnitude of area as 6 meter square. This you have to keep in mind. They are already in the SI unit. They are following the SI system. So no need to change the magnitude. Let it be the same. And this time cos theta we have to put cos 30 degrees simply. And on multiplying we will get this as the answer. So this one will be the flux associated with the entire surface area S. So this is how for different orientations you can compute the magnitude of the flux. Now let us see another one important situation. flux through a cubical surface. Now this is generally being asked where we are having a cube which is placed in a space having its a three-dimensional figure, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. But in this figure what we are noticing, again we have to see the direction of electric field which is along the positive x-axis. This is the direction is fixed. Now the entire cube can be divided, can be assumed it is comprised of 6 faces. So here what we will divide the entire cube into 6 faces. So what first we will take 2 faces. First is the upper face and the down face. So first we will look for the upper face and another one is the down face. So for the upper face, if we will be dealing, its area vector will be pointing along the positive y-axis. So you have to again keep this in mind, direction of the area. Again for the down face, for the downward face, that is A4, this is the DA4 it is represented. So it will be pointing along the minus y-axis, negative y-axis. So upper face is positive and downward face is negative y-axis, and direction of electric field is fixed, that is along the x-axis. So again the angle between the electric field and the area vector comes out to be the 90 degree. Angle between x and y axis is 90 degree. So the flux associated with the topmost and the bottom face, top and bottom face will become equals to the 0. This is what we have to look for here. So here what we find is that field lines passing through the top and bottom surface which are pointing along the positive and negative y-axis are perpendicular to the faces and hence flux through these will be the 0. So here area vector, top face and bottom face make an angle of 90 degree with the electric field. So the flux associated with these two figures will be the 0. Now next let us take this is the front portion and we have to take another is the back portion. So again let us take next 2 faces. First is the front portion and another one we have to take as the back portion. Now let us see what will be the area vector for the front portion. Here we are noticing the front portion, its area vector will be pointing along the positive z-axis. And for the back portion, similarly, if we will go for this direction, it will be pointing along the negative x-axis. So these again are the direction associated with the area, planar area, planar faces, positive z-axis and negative z-axis for the front and the back portion. Again, what we notice, the angle between electric field and area vector becomes 90 degree. So the flux associated with this front portion and the back portion again becomes 0. So what is our next conclusion for the other 2 surfaces? Here what we find is the field lines passing through the front and back surface which are pointing along the positive and negative z-axis are perpendicular to the faces and hence flux contributing will become equals to the 0. Now with 4 faces we have dealt with. Now the last 2 faces are, this is suppose the right face and the other one is back portion, it is the left face. Now let us see another last left 2 faces. First is the right face. So the area vector of the right face which is represented by DA2, it is pointing along the positive x-axis. Here it is pointing along the positive x-axis. Similarly the face which is to left of the cubical face, here the area vector will be pointing along the negative x-axis. And here the electric field itself is pointing along the x-axis. Here electric field is also along the x-axis and area vectors are along along x-axis. So let us see what will be the flux associated with the right face. We have to write as the phi r. It will become E dot A, that is equals to E dot A of this time the cos 0 degree. And the cos 0 degree is a certain positive value, and similarly what will be the flux associated with the left face? It will be the EA cos, this time it will be the 180 degree because electric field is along the positive x-axis and the area vector is along the negative x-axis. So the angle between electric field and area vector for the left surface becomes cos 180 degree which gives us minus of EA, and here we will get plus of EA. So again if we will add them, we are going to get the net flux coming out to be the 0. That is what we are having. Field lines passing through the right and left surface which are pointing along positive and negative x-axis. They are parallel to the faces and through the flux through them, that is flux associated with the right face will be the plus EL square and flux associated with the left face will be the minus of EL square. On adding them again what we will notice is that net flux through the cube becomes 0. So whenever